Hey guys, welcome to 10 and 10, the conversation starter show where we list our top 10 in 10 minutes. This week we're going to be looking at our personal favourite top 10 animated films.
Yeah, so we're not looking at the best ever animated films, we're just looking at what, in our opinion, are the best animated films.
That's right. So make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright buddy, I'm going to start off my top 10 list here with my number 10, which is Aladdin.
Oh!
Okay, cracker of a
Aladdin.
movie, great performance from Robin Williams.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun, especially as a young boy watching Aladdin because he's like, climbing around the place,
Yeah.
jumping around the place. A lot goes on in Aladdin. It's got a whole new world in it, which is one of my favourite Disney songs of
such
all
a banger.
time. So, yeah, Aladdin's going to be sitting there pretty with me for number 10.
Number 10, my number 10, I've gone The Incredibles.
Okay, yep.
The Incredible movie, The Incredibles, buddy. It's funny, it's quirky, it's kind of taking a spin on a superhero movie, superhero cartoon. It's just a really, really good, really fun watch. I really recommend it, guys. Go watch The Incredibles.
Yeah, for sure. Coming in next now at number 9 for me is the Disney film MULAN. Okay,
yeah.
It's one of those ones that a lot of the time, if you haven't seen it, it doesn't grab you that much. But once you watch it, it's just a great story. It still holds up really well to this day. Does have a good soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
But basically in the storyline, you've got this young lady who is taking her father's spot in the army. So it's got like it's a very heartmushy story.
Based on a true story, or loosely based on a true legend.
Yeah, so loosely based on that. Eddie Murphy does a great job in this film as well as Mushu, the dragon that helps her out. It's really funny, really fun, has some really good action scenes in it as well. So excellent movie is Mulan.
Yeah, wow. My number 9, I'm going Frozen.
Frozen,
the modern classic Frozen. Soundtrack's just incredible.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit too hyped, I thought, in my opinion, when I watched it. So, but you can't deny it. It's a good movie, it's a good watch, and it's a great soundtrack. So
it is,
Frozen's my number 9.
It is. It's a tough one. I don't have it on my list, but soundtrack-wise, definitely in the top few. But I think it was a bit overrated, just movie-wise. Like I think the young girls got into it a bit too much. Obviously, I was into it too. All right, coming in number 8 spot for me now is the classic SHREK.
SHREK, number 8.
Number 8, yeah, I've got it there. I mean, I love the movie. It's a great series, and especially the first 3, number 4 as well, is pretty good. But they're a great series of animated films. I do love it, but I mean, I love animated movies. So it's really hard to kind of adjust here. So number 8 sounds high, but one of the best of all time. Yeah. One of the first ones to actually have that kind of humour where they're making fun of themselves, making fun. It's like a spoof movie. And I mean, Lord Farquaad has one of the best names in animation history. Can't deny it.
Can't deny it. My number 8, I've gone Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Like, just as a kid, it was just incredible.
Yeah.
You know,
it's got a vibe.
It's got a vibe.
Definitely got a vibe.
It's nice, kind of like a semi-underdog story as well, with both Belle and the Beast.
Yeah.
Kind of two worlds coming together. A little bit of Stockholm Syndrome in there possibly, but and featuring one of my favourite songs of all time.
Yeah.
In the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack. So Beauty and the Beast, my number 8.
It's a cracker. Okay, coming at number 7 for me is the most underrated of the modern ones, I think, is Tangled.
Tangled, yep.
I mean, I think it's better than Frozen.
I'd agree.
As a movie.
I would agree.
Like soundtrack in Frozen is outstanding, but Tangled is just a great movie. It's
Yeah.
really funny, really fun, a lot of action, a lot of adventure going on there. Flynn Rider's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a really, you feel for Rapunzel as well in it, because she's just the mother just treats her like crap basically all the time.
Yeah.
But Tangled's a great one. One of my wife's and daughter's favourite as well.
My number 7, I've gone Wall-E, actually.
Oh, okay.
I've chucked it out there. For a movie that actually really doesn't have much talking at all.
Yeah.
Especially between the Wall-E himself. It's just so heartwarming. Yeah. This little kind of robot stuck on Earth by himself just wants to kind of get back, found a bit of love, and it's a really, really heartwarming watch. And a good story also about the overpollution and overbuilding of our societies as well. So
yeah, for sure.
And the overconsumption. So Wall-E's my number 7.
That's right. Okay, coming up to number 6 now, I've got the original Toy Story 1.
Yes.
Cracker of a movie. Again, all of these are outstanding. It was hard to make just 10, but Toy Story 1 is incredible. It was the first full-length, I think, Disney Pixar movie that kind of set the tone for the new Pixar movies coming out. And it's just a great story of friendship and two people that don't get along that learn to work together and become best friends in Woody and Buzz. And it's got some of the most memorable characters of movie history, really. So
My number 6, I've got, you had it before, I've got Tangled as
Yes,
my number 6.
nice.
As you said,
We're Tangled fanboys here, aren't we?
it's hugely underrated.
Yeah.
My little daughter loves it. She thinks she is Rapunzel. She calls her Princess Winter. But it's just great songs, great feeling. It's actually really, really funny. And it doesn't take itself too seriously either. So Tangled, my number 6.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoyed
Great
it.
film, great film. Okay, the next one I have now, getting to the business end, as I like to
Yes,
say.
top 5.
Number 5, I've got Moana. Okay, so Moana comes in number 5. One of my favourite soundtracks of all
Yeah,
time.
it's really good.
It has an absolutely incredible mise-en-scène visuals to it.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. It's just beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
The Rock is amazing in it
He
as Maui. And yeah, obviously my wife and daughter being Polynesian as well, it kind of has that, you have a bit of a heart for it. So it's just a great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you have to go see Moana. It's outstanding.
Mate,
Good fun.
good fun.
Yeah.
My number 5, I've gone The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
The Emperor's New Groove. Shout out Joshy, my best mate growing up. He is. We used to watch that more than kind of two, teenage to early 20 boys should have watched the cartoon. But
It's kinda weird, actually,
it's
yeah.
funny. It's so silly in a good way. It's just there's that many good lines in
Yeah.
it and favorite lines, and it might not be on your list, but just from like a nostalgic point of view, I just loved it. So Emperor's New Groove,
Yeah.
highly entertaining, highly funny.
See, I never got into it that much.
Really?
'Cause I think
Buddy?
David Spade annoys me a bit, the guy who
Oh,
plays
yeah.
Disco. So, but the big muscly guy, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Can't remember his name. Okay,
Gronk.
Number 4, that's it, Gronk. Number 4, I've got Beauty and the Beast. Okay,
Yes.
this is probably my second favorite. You'll see, second favorite of the sort of old guard of Disney
Yeah.
films. I just think the soundtrack, the vibe of it, it's just so dark and gothic and mysterious. I just love it. I love the feel of it. It was scary as a kid. I still remember going to see it at the cinemas, and I was terrified of the beast roaring, so I was like hiding under the seat. But Beauty and the Beast, watched it again the other day with my daughter, and it's just such a good cartoon film.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
My number 4, I've gone Aladdin. A
Yep.
film you've dropped far too low in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just like one of the quintessential films of my childhood.
Yeah.
Watched it so often. Just a rags to riches story of young Aladdin becoming a prince through deception at first and wizardry, but then also marrying the amazing Jasmine.
One of the best for sure.
But also the story of Jasmine trying to get kind of out and freedom as well. So
Yeah.
loved it. It's classic. It's still holds up. It's still amazing.
Absolutely.
Aladdin's my number 4.
All right, number 3 for me. I'm coming in with Toy Story 2.
Yes.
Okay, Toy Story 2 is just an absolute cracker of a film. I think it's got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment, 99, something stupid like that. So it's just doing amazing. But it's just such a great story. It kind of took what they did in Toy Story 1 and then just amped it up in all the best ways. Adds in Bullseye and Jessie and all those guys.
Yeah.
So Toy Story 2, number 3 for me.
Now you nailed it. That's my number 3 also, buddy.
Yeah, there we go.
Toy Story. Toy Story 2. The only Toy Story that made my list, but I know, and I love Toy Story 1. It was so good. It was iconic.
Yep.
But as you said,
Toy Story
if
2
I was only
is
going to pick one, Toy Story 2 took it to that next level.
Yeah.
And it's just a fantastic watch.
Yep.
So
Can't argue with that one, can I? Now, coming in number 2, I feel like you have just viciously underrated this movie. Is Toy Story 3. It's number 2 for me.
Wow.
Okay, now, I remember going with a bunch of boys from church to watch this film. There was about 7 of us, and we're all the same age, so we were about 23 at the time. We watched Toy Story, and we looked to the left and right, and all of us were like fighting back the tears. That scene when Andy gives up Woody and the gang to this new kid is just heartbreaking because it's you. It's you giving up your childhood. You've grown up with Andy. It's just like so much nostalgia in that film, and it's also an incredibly funny, amazing film as well. Adds in a lot of great characters like the Ken and Barbie. And
Mate, I'll throw it out there. I don't remember watching it.
Oh no, he's gonna have to see that. He's gonna have to see.
I'm slightly older than Tim. I stopped watching cartoons, so I've missed a few. That's why I'm just playing catch up now to some of them. So that's why I've just.
I mean, I was 22 at the time, so that shouldn't have been watching cartoons, but it's,
exactly.
Hi, buddy.
My number 2, I've gone The Lion King.
Yeah.
Which I hope's on your list because it's flippin' amazing. My first heartbreak probably growing up was Mufasa dying. It was just, why you put that in a kid's movie? I don't understand. But everything from Scar, who's an incredible bad guy, to Simba and Nala, and then Rafiki, Timon and Pumbaa is so good. Zazu, it's just such a good movie. It's iconic. The soundtrack, Elton John, is just amazing. And I loved every bit of it. And still, from that old day, it's still my favorite cartoon from that time. So
Mate, it is going to be so hard to argue with you because I've got Lion King as my
Yeah.
number one spot. Lion King to me is the pinnacle of animated cinema.
It's incredible.
It's just the soundtrack,
Yep.
the animation even holds up to this day. It's still really smooth, really nice. The storyline is just such a uplifting. Like
It is.
when you see Simba walking up Pride Rock at the end there, you can't help but just it's great. So and so soundtrack's just incredible. So Lion King to me is the best animated film I've ever seen. I watched it a million times as a kid.
Yeah.
Watched it again as an adult, and I still love it. I haven't brought myself to watch the new
Not bad, mate. I didn't
digital
mind it.
one.
I didn't mind it.
But yeah, I mean, nothing's going to live up to the original. So
That's it, mate. My number one, again, it was on your list, but I thought far too low. I've actually gone Shrek as my number one
fair
animated
enough,
movie.
yeah.
Just growing up, you got Mike Myers, you got Eddie Murphy. It's just so fun. He was so different. It's kind of satirical. It's taking the mickey a little bit. And as you said, you got Lord Farquaad and everything that goes on there with like the play on words in that. It's just, as I said, it kind of takes a mickey out of animated movies and that kind of fairy tale story, and I loved it. I thought it was hilarious, and I still do. So Shrek's my number one.
That's
but
awesome.
there's no losers here.
No.
It's just
they're all great films. But hopefully you liked our list.
Yeah.
Please make sure you tell us who you think has the best list, and make sure you tell us your list because we'd love to see what you think is your favourite animated films of all time that you've seen.
Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe as well, and we'll be back with another episode soon.
go. See you guys.
See you guys.